Yes, I hope you are clear, students. So understand again, this FIFO or LIFO weighted average comes from the practices what we follow. In FIFO, the first thing what we sell is coming from the opening. And the closing stock, whatever remains, 300 minus, say, for example, 175, this is from the last purchase. This is FIFO. In weighted average, I will take the weighted average. Okay, first thing we will calculate FIFO method. What is my total number of closing inventory? 300 minus 175 is equal to 125. This 125 is coming from latest purchase. So how much is my latest purchase? If I go back, latest purchase is 50, but I have got 125. That means balance 75 must have come from here. So you have got two breakup, 50 units forming 3 rupees, 75 units forming 2.8. So total value is 360. What is your COGS? In COGS, entire opening stock would have got issued to you, and balance consumption of 75 would have come from the latest purchases. So this. So total 360 and 420. I hope it's clear. Yes, students. So you're clear, right? So can we proceed further? Now coming to the weighted average. So alternatively, what you could have done, out of total cost, 360 if you give to the closing stock, 420 would have been your COGS. Now if you follow the weighted average method, okay, so there is a, how do you calculate the weighted average? It is total rupees 780 divided by 300 units. You find out the average price. So total 780 rupees divided by 300, you got cost per unit of 2.6. You say the closing inventory is 125 into 2.6 and COGS will be 175 into 2.6. Now students, here there is one catch. This is called a simple weighted average, where you have taken everything together. Total cost divided by total units. Now there is one moving weighted average. So be careful in the examination question what they are going to ask you. So they may ask you a moving weighted average. Okay, so you can pause the video to complete this. I hope you are clear. Closing value of the inventory, how to use it using FIFO method or weighted average. What if I have followed moving average method? So this is weighted average method is in practice is a moving weighted average. That's why at each purchases and sale you are going to change it. So it starts with opening stock 100 units, amount 210, weighted average price is 221. You sell and you charge at the weighted average. 75, 157.5. Now is there any purchases? Yes, add purchases. Now you will add 150 purchases. So the moment you add, and that purchase you will add at 280. See, the moment you add purchases, see, if there is no sale, you simply add, you take both. If there is a sale, the previous sale will get issued at the previous weighted average. Now you can take the closing quantity 100 minus 75 plus 150, 175. The total amount is 210 minus 157 plus 420 is 472. Now you divide 472.5 divided by 175, you get one new weighted average. And this new weighted average is issued in the next sale of 100. I hope you understood. This is the moving weighted average. So be careful, Institute has given you both the things in this example. This is an example question, and be careful in the examination what they are going to ask you. Then again you do the purchase. This time again you calculate the moving weighted average. 125 is the net quantity, 352 is the total net cost. Divide this by 125, you get 2.8. Yes, students, you can pause the video and you can copy this. I hope you are clear. Yes, I'll proceed further. Yes, in the next one, what is the value of the closing inventory? Yes, you got 2.82 as a closing weighted average. You multiply, and the COGS is, since you are following FIFO method, in the latest purchases, okay, if I go back 100, 25 is this. So 50. So full closing stock will be at a 2.82. So full closing stock. So 352.5 will be your closing balance. This is more like your perpetual inventory system. What is your COGS? Simple. You have got two issues. two sales happening. Those two sales were valued at what price? See, first sale here at 75, valued at 2.1. Second is 100 at 2.7. So you take this 2.7 and 2.1 and you get this. Alternatively, you can always do this 780 total minus what the value of the closing stock. I hope you are very clear. Yes. So take out next question. Mercury uses a periodic inventory system. See, it's not perpetual, it's periodic. So inventory count is going to happen at one point in time. And I told you in perpetual inventory, COX is the balancing figure. Closing stock is the balancing figure. Here maybe the COX is the balancing figure. We calculate the value of the inventory first. Now April, you have got an inventory, and if you see from next to 3, this is the well crafted question. There is no sale. So here weighted average, you calculate weighted average or a moving weighted average, it doesn't make any difference at all because no issue happens in between. What if in the examination somewhere in the July one sale happens? Then the closing weighted average is going to change. Yes, you can pause the video and calculate the inventory value using FIFO and weighted. You can do this tricks. Let's compare the answer. Okay, so now let's compare the answer. So your closing unit is known 200 plus 1000. 1000 is a closing stock. Okay, so how do you value it if you follow the FIFO method? First in, first out will be done. So your closing stock unit is how much here? Total 200. Physical inventory you got 400. That means balancing items you must have sold at different point in time. So 400 is coming 350 from here, 50 from here. So you take 400, 350 from 14, 50 from 12, and balance entire 12,250 minus 5,500 what you assign will come from the box. This is the periodic inventory system. I hope you are clear. And if you want to break up, check individual item. So how much is your quantity? 400 minus 1000, 600. So 600, 350 coming from 200 coming from here, 50 is from here. Individually break up you give. Next, what if for the weighted average? You first calculate the weighted average price. It is total cost divided by total units, but it is a simple weighted average. So closing inventory is 400 units, you multiply with the weighted average price. COX is 600 units, multiply with the weighted average price. See, here your alternative calculation of your what is that called moving weighted average may not be applicable here because it is same. In both the ways it is same. No issue happens in between. And whatever sale happened when they have not told you. So in the exam, please be careful here. Yes, you can pause the video and complete it, students. Yes, with this, we are done with the inventory valuation techniques. Next, we will move into NR.